This is Eric from Pack Hacker, and today we're taking a look at the Roaring Fire Smolder Waxed Canvas Organizer Pouch, which I've been testing for the past 2 weeks. Let's dive in. So as you can see, just by looking at this thing, it looks like it has already been well used. So whereas I have been well using it for 2 weeks, the waxed canvas exterior really makes it gives that kind of patina look and just makes it kind of look like something your grandpa might have owned or something like that. So I really dig how this looks. There are a few colorways available, so make sure you check that out. One thing I will note is that this logo doesn't really fit the bill for me, at least personally, of how it looks compared to the rest of this. This is all very rugged and outdoorsy, and I believe this is some kind of like PU leather. And I don't mind the logo, it's just kind of what it's made of. So I think it looks fine. I think over time it's gonna get roughed up and kind of match this, but just out the gate, it's like, it just kind of sticks out to me personally. I don't dislike it, just noticeable, at least to me. We have a hook and loop fastener here as well, so if you want to stick a patch on there, you can. If you don't want to, I think it kind of just adds a little bit of contrast to the front color, ratio going on here. So we have YKK zippers. They're like nice little brass zippers. So the main compartment has 2, which is nice. So you can leave it on one side or the other. No issues with opening and closing the zipper. I was just trying to do 2 at once. That was my fault. So you can leave them on either side if you have this mounted on something, and if you have it in your backpack or even like your belt or something and you bring it to this side, you can kind of leave them on the right side so that way you can get to them wherever that may be. So no issues with the zippers there. We have a lot going on here, as you can see. We'll start with, there's a little handle right here. So I can fit about 3 fingers through there comfortably, but if you have a smaller hand, larger hand, you'll be able to fit a different amount. That doesn't really bother me so much because this isn't really something I'm going to be carrying around like this. To get from point A to point B, just like a short little trip from here across the office, maybe, that's fine. But otherwise, I'm probably going to be using a different method to carry it. So this thing almost has like shoulder straps here, as you can see. So you can attach just various things inside your back. There is quite a bit of, extra space there, and there's a button on the bottom so you can loop it through things to attach it to things. Pretty good on the button. I actually was wearing this on my belt for a whole day just because I wanted to see how it would look, so I just kind of had it right here, and it actually did pretty well. So I didn't do this, but I'm going to do this in the future, is if I'm cycling and I'm gonna put all my cycle tools inside of here and I can put it on my belt on the back side. So it's out of my way, but I have access to it. Behind that, we do have some almost like PALS webbing here, just 4 loops so you can attach it to, with a strap, with a carabiner, whatever you want to attach it to. And what I like about both of these is that they don't really get in your way if you don't want to use them. They're just kind of there. And I almost think it kind of makes it look like a backpack, which is fun. So overall, really dig how this thing looks, and I'm excited to get on the inside. So if you've been enjoying this video so far, make sure you hit that subscribe button so we can continue making content like this to help you travel smarter. So we have one secondary compartment here. I guess they're both just kind of pockets at this point on the front. So I just have my wallet stowed in here right now. So that's what's most convenient for me personally. I'm not constantly using my wallet, so it's nice to kind of have it locked away. But while I was using this thing for a few projects this weekend, I typically kept a small, a soft tape measure inside of here, and I also kept some electrical tape because I'm constantly using electrical tape for things I probably shouldn't be using electrical tape for. So it just fits in there nicely. I can fit both of those inside of there. It's not very big. It doesn't go above the zipper. So just from here down to the bottom, a little bit of extra cushion there at the bottom, which is nice, but not too much or not any organization. So it's just a pocket you can stuff something in. Your phone is not going to fit in there. Maybe if you have a flip phone, it might fit inside there. But I didn't keep tech in here for the most part. I have some in there right now just to show you how it works, or how it fits, I guess I should say. But I didn't keep my phone in there or anything like that. But I did like keep my wallet in there because sometimes it's just nice to have it in a secure place. So before I move into the main compartment, I should mention there are 2 loops on the bottom of the main compartment track, so you can attach a carabiner, strap, whatever you want to there. I forgot to mention that when I was going over the, I guess we'll call it a back panel because it kind of looks like a backpack. So now moving into the main compartment, I'm going to open this all the way. So because the zipper goes all the way around, you can hold it open like that. So just nice to be able to get full access to this, and it's don't have the zippers open all the way right now. And then we have this flap here as well, which folds open. So as you can see here, these 2 sides are identical apart from the flap. So, or I should say nearly identical, because there's a carabiner on this side. So this is the carabiner that comes with it. Not a very high quality carabiner. As you can see, it's actually not all the way closed right now because it's just not the best carabiner. In my opinion, it worked fine where it was. It's just kind of for hanging it like this. But I replaced it with a night edge carabiner because night edge carabiners are cheap. I have quite a few of them. And they're just like, this locking mechanism is nice, but I just left this here to show you the difference. I think this night edge one is a little bit big for it, but this is just what I had at home. So nice to be able to attach that there. On this side, we don't have one here, but we do have one on the flap, which I will get to. But we have, so on this side, you can see, I'm gonna just take some of these tools out so you can see what we are working with here. So we have 6 elastic loops. We have 2 of the smallest ones over here, got the medium ones here, and then the large ones here. So this is pretty high quality elastic in my opinion. It's strong, it's pretty snappy, and you can fit bigger things in there than you think you might be able to. But again, it hasn't like worn out or anything like that, at least in my testing of 2 weeks so far. If you were to put things in there for a long time and not take them out, I could see that maybe being an issue, but no issues so far. So behind that, we just have a large pocket here. It goes all the way down to the bottom. I don't have anything stowed inside there right now, just because I don't have anything that I needed to bring to work today that I needed to stow inside of there. But you could put, you know, your phone would fit inside of this part. I did test that. But you could put a larger measuring tape inside of there, or just something bigger that you won't necessarily fit inside here. So on the other side here, all this organization here, just got a hero clip in there and another multi-tool there, is exactly the same. So we don't need to go over that because it's literally exactly the same. It is mirrored, so the small ones are over here, whereas the small ones are over here on this side. So nice to have a lot of space to stow multi-tools and different tools. And then on this side we have this flap. So this flap I really dig it because it just adds more extra space. And this is kind of where the depth of the pouch is going. So there isn't a ton of depth here, but if you fill this thing up, this is your depth, and this is where, you know, that's the thickness of this thing. So if you're not using this, you might be able to just stow a few things, you know, here, but you have a nice zippered pocket here, and it's the only zippered pocket on the inside, so you can stow small things. So I actually had a bunch of drill bits in here for a project I was doing this weekend, but for the sake of this video, for a travel perspective, I just have some cables stowed in there right now. It's nice to just not have these floating around inside the main compartment. So if you're looking for kind of a combination EDC tech pouch, you could, you know, stick a power bank or something in here, a little battery bank here, little power brick, and then your cables and dongles inside of here. So whereas the carabiner is on the top over here, the carabiner is actually attached here on this one. I'm not really sure why, because if you have it in here like this and you were to hang it up, and there's no gear in here right now, but I'll kind of just hold on to it so you can see what would happen. This would just open. I'm not sure how well you saw that, so I'll kind of switch it up. That would just open like that. So it's not really a great hanging mechanism unless you want that to be open. You also could just stuff this in here like that, and then I didn't do it perfectly, but then you could hang it, but again, that could come out. But overall, I really enjoyed using this thing. There's a lot of useful space inside of here, and really the possibilities are endless. So there you have it, the Roaring Fire Smolder Wax Canvas Organizer Pouch. Thanks for keeping it here at Pack Hacker, your guide to smarter travel. We'll see you in the next one.